Coming off back-to-back shutout wins on the road, the Cougars look to improve to 6-0 against the Diman Bengals. Welcome to Bishop Connolly High School on this fantastic afternoon for high school football. I'm Evan Massoud. In Fall River football, the Cougars have been the story here in 2015. Led by a new head coach in Anthony Nalen, the Cougars have started this season without a loss. It's been a different story, though, for the Diman Bengals. They had to wait until last week to grab victory number 1 of the season. Both teams are coming off of shutout wins, so we'll see who will break first in Week 6. It's going to be a great game, so stick around. Bishop Connolly versus Diman, and it's next, right here on Fred TV. Just about ready for kickoff here at Bishop Connolly High School. We are now atop the bleachers. You see the captains are at midfield, awaiting the coin toss to see who will receive and who will kick. Mentioned that both teams are coming off of shutout wins on the road. The Cougars were at Southeastern Regional, where they blanked the Hawks 34-0 last Friday. And Diman was at Tri-County playing the other Cougars team in the Mayflower League, and Diman grabbed win number 1, shutting out Tri-County 27-0 on the road. So both defenses, as I mentioned in the open, have not allowed a point over their last game. Actually, the Cougars coming off back-to-back shutouts, so they haven't allowed a point in quite some time. Diman's defense was great last week, so we'll see whose defense will break first here at Connolly High School. The Cougars will receive the ball, and Diman will kick off. The Bengals kicking from right to left on a very windy fall afternoon here at the Karen Track and Stadium. It says 54 degrees here at the start of this one with high skies, just a few clouds, mostly blue skies. But definitely a strong wind coming into the stadium, and it's blowing across the field from sideline to sideline, so that may play with the ball a little bit and mess with some of the passing game, so we'll see how it goes. At this time, we're going to pause for the playing of the national anthem as we honor the red, white, and blue.
I'd like to welcome everyone to this game between Bishop Connolly and Diman. We ask that everyone please rise and move your caps to the singing of the national anthem.
Well, the last time that we were here at Bishop Connolly, it was week 2 of the football season, and the Cougars played a very tightly contested ball game, defeating Salem 13-6. Since that time, Connolly has been on quite a roll. They defeated Tri-County 41-12 in week 3. In week 4, shutting out Bristol Plymouth 35-0 in torrential rain. And then last week, of course, shutting out the Hawks, team they faced last year in the first round of the playoffs, game that they won in Southeastern on a field goal. We were there for that game, and that was an incredible fourth quarter. So the Bengals ready to kick this one away. And it's a little squib kick, and it is corralled just about 17 yards after where it was kicked. So not a great kickoff for the Bengals. Didn't even get it in the air. But, you know, we're seeing this a lot. A lot of squib kicks on the ground. It actually is harder to pick it up sometimes because of the way it'll bounce. So an interesting choice there for the Bengals. This one did not pay off as well for them. We'll see if they give it another shot the next time that they kick off. For now, Connolly will start from their own 43, so great field position for the home team. Kevin Sullivan, number 4, the quarterback for the Cougars. Number 3, Trey Morris, another captain on the near side. Sullivan keeps it on the first snap of the game, has some room. He's across the 50, still on his feet at the 30, cuts inside, shoves off number 46 of the defense, Brendan Barabee, but a great first play of the game for the Cougars. The ball will be marked at the 27-yard line of Diman. It ends up being a 30-yard run for the QB. This time they hand it off to Cameron Reese. Had a great season last year. He's having a great season this year. Cameron, a junior in 2015, so he'll be back next year. They move the chains. They give him enough for the first down. So the Cougars in business right now. The offense looking good on this first drive. No huddle. Right back to the line. 1st and 10. Sullivan keeps it again. Why not? Taken down at the 5, but there is a flag thrown in the backfield. Wait to see what the penalty is. And it was a hold on the offense. So that's going to back up the Cougars, and that's a shame because Sullivan had grabbed another first down, and they were down inside the 5. So have to replay first down. That scamper all for naught after the holding penalty backs him up 5 yards. So it'll end up being 1st and 15. Sullivan looking to pass. Goes to the far side. It's complete to number 10, Harold Beckford. That gets them back to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll end up being 2nd and 10. They erase the penalty yards. So 2nd and 10 for the Cougars here on their opening drive. Sullivan with Reese in the backfield, has 2 wide receivers to his right. Hands it off to Reese, who powers his way up the chute. Still on his feet, taken down just shy of the goal line. That'll be 1st and goal for Bishop Connolly. Reese found a hole, and he put the pedal down. First and goal from about the 3. Connolly looking to strike first. Sullivan keeps it. Sullivan is in for the score. That didn't take too long. Less than 3 minutes, and the Cougars march down a short field. They lead it 6-0 here in the first. The Cougars, one of the few teams that kick very well. They always have this year. A new kicker, sophomore Matt Cliff, taking over the kicking duties from Chathan Nera, who is still with the team this year, but different kicker. He's has a different role. Off the uprights, and good. Got a little bit of luck there. I think the wind actually helped him because the wind was blowing at the ball. Pushed it just inside, and that makes it 7-0. Bishop Connolly leads it, 8:24 on the clock here in the first quarter. So we'll see how Diman answers. This is always such a fun game. We look forward to this game every year. The Cougars and the Bengals in the Mayflower League, same conference for football. So when they play each other, it means something. And here in week 6, just one more week to go in the first 7 games before the tournament seedings are announced. And believe me, the Cougars would love to be 7-0. Connolly has to get by Diman today. And next week they will be home hosting Blue Hills. Blue Hills is a tough team, so the Cougars will have their hands full next week against the Warriors, a team that's always tough in the Mayflower League. Blue Hills beat up on Diman earlier in the season. Kicking off is Beckford. He goes with the squib. It's picked up by number 3, DJ Machado. He passes back to his teammate, Ashton Began, and he's across midfield, or actually right at midfield, about the 47-yard line. That was an interesting play. I haven't seen that much. Machado didn't want to keep it. He tossed it back to his teammate. Anytime you pass backwards, you got to be careful because that's a live ball. Time it gets loose, but it paid off for Diman. So they'll start with great field position, actually about the same spot that the Cougars started off at, their own 47. Javier Pessoa, his first year as the starting QB for the Bengals, taking over for Austin Crowninshield, who was a great Bengal for his 4 years of high school, graduated last spring. They hand the ball off here on their first snap, and that's Ashton Began across midfield, taken down at the 45 of Connolly. They mark him just across it, actually, so it will be 2nd down from the 44. About a yard or 2 to go. A good first run for Diman. Bengals using the huddle here early on. Pessoa lined up right behind the snapper. He'll hand it off to Machado again. This may be good enough for the first down. It's going to be close. They mark him just shy, so it's going to be 3rd and probably about the length of a football. Very close to the first down marker. Ball spotted just shy of the 43. First down markers between the 43 and the 42, so it's going to be close. We'll see if they sneak it. Pessoa elects not to. Hands it off. Good for the first down. Ball may have come loose. Two players getting into it. Number 59 for the Cougars. That was Adam Deliker, another captain. So the Bengals move the chains for the first time in the game. 1st and 10 from the 40. They hand it off again to Machado. He's been busy on this opening drive. Give him a few yards on the carry. About 3, so 2nd and 7 coming up. As expected, with a Fall River battle here going on. Good crowd on hand. People, fans still filing in from the parking lot. Bengals fans looking for an upset. Cougars fans looking for 6-0. Diman right now looking for another first down. Nice reverse right there. They get it to Aaron Reed, but he can't cut back. It does not work out for Bishop Connolly. Should say it does work out for Connolly. Diman, though, does not work out for them. They get backed up a few yards. 3rd and 11 coming up. Cougars defense has been very stingy this season, particularly over the last 2 weeks. Trying to stop Diman here. And a timeout taken. The two teams will huddle up and discuss their game plans. So before we head to 3rd and long for the Bengals, recap Diman's season so far. Again, they're 1-4 coming into play. Their first win coming last week. They lost in week 1 to Mystic Valley. It was a close game at Diman, 16-12. Bengals did have a lead in that one, and they lost it late. Week 2, they lost to Case on the road. In week 3, lost to Blue Hills 14-7 at home, another close game. In week 4, lost to Southeastern at home 22-6, and then last week grabbing win number 1 of the season. They will pass. It is incomplete, no flags, and that'll bring up 4th down for Diman. So some of these games, the Bengals could very easily have a winning record. If you look at the Blue Hills game and opening night against Mystic Valley, they could very easily be 3-2 right now. Really what it comes down to is, I'd say, more of the offense getting in rhythm and scoring some points. And last week, grabbing 27 points on the road was a good step in the right direction for the Bengals, who have struggled offensively this season. And that comes with having a new quarterback, everybody getting familiar, a quarterback having to learn the plays. It takes time. They go on 4th and 11. Pessoa running, trying to escape, and he is dragged down for a sack. Number 51 of the defense, Bobby Alves, getting it done. And Pessoa down, and he appears to be hurting right now. He was dragged down at the 45. It didn't look like a bad tackle. It looked fairly clean. Nonetheless, the trainers headed out to make sure that Pessoa is okay before we go any further. Pessoa up with a little help from the trainers. Aaron Reed there, number 9, also making sure he's okay, but walking off very gingerly. May have even just had the wind knocked out of him. You know, these players have so much equipment on, and then they get dragged down to a hard surface, and with it being cool, it's not that soft of a field right now. They might have just gone down a little too hard. Good to see him walking off, though. Nonetheless, the Cougars' defense, though, the story once again here in the first quarter, stopping Diman, getting the sack on 4th and 11, and now they'll start from their own 45. Great field position once again. Sullivan looking to pass, and it is complete to Beckford, who is twisted down by number 5, Ashton Began, making the tackle. Cougars do get across midfield, though, on a 6-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 4. Set up to pass again. They do hand it off, just barely got it off, and Cameron Reese dragging 2 Bengals with him across for the first down. Called using the legs right there, scrapping and clawing his way across the invisible line for the first down. 1st and 10 from the 41. Oh, there's a false start. Beckford took a step. That'll back up the offense 5 yards. Cougars last year set a school record for wins. Had a fantastic season, and they beat St. John Paul II High School on Thanksgiving morning. Actually, they beat them back-to-back weeks just because of the way the schedule turned out last year. Very rare to see your Thanksgiving Day opponent the week before Thanksgiving. And the Cougars ended up coming out on top on Turkey Day a year ago. So they ended up with a great record last year, setting a school high for wins. But right now, looking even better than last year. They get the penalty yards back. Fake the handoff. Pressure coming. Sullivan gets it off, and it's almost picked off. Great play by DJ Machado on the coverage there. Colby Hawes was the intended receiver. He got underneath him and almost made the pick. This will set up 3rd down. Third and 5 for the Cougars. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Oh, Sullivan drops the snap. Has pressure now. He's able to escape. He's still on his feet. He'll throw on the run for the first down. Harold Beckford to the end zone. Unbelievable. This looked like it was going to be 4th down. Sullivan escapes the tackle, throws on the run, and Beckford does the rest. A pair of touchdowns here in the first quarter, and the Cougars lead at 13-0. That'll bring out Matt Cliff. Just barely made the point after last time. He hit off the right upright and ricocheted into the goalpost. Good for the extra point. We'll see what he does here at Wynn, picking up here at the stadium. Ball down, and the kick is on its way. This one is clean right through. So 2 for 2 is Matt Cliff. Cougars offense is 2 for 2. And they lead by 2 scores, 14-0 here with 2:40 on the clock in the first. If the Cougars football program continues to build like it has, Connolly may have to look into expanding their bleachers because the stands here at the stadium are quite full. And again, fans still filing in. They've missed 2 great touchdown drives by the home team. Aaron Reed back deep for the Cougars. Pardon me, that's number 5. Ashton Began, who's back deep for the Bengals, rather. And the Cougars are kicking off now. And it's Beckford who will be doing the kicking here. They went with the squib kick on the ground first time. They go with it again. Takes a funny hop. It's corralled by number 32, Ricardo Nazario. Diman with good field position, and we have a Cougar who went down hard on that tackle. He'll need some assistance by the training staff. Both teams not electing to go to the air on kickoffs so far in this game, and it may be because of the wind. You figure if it goes out of bounds, it's a penalty, and they'll have great field position anyway, so why not bounce it on the ground and make the receiving team have to work at it. That was number 22, Trent Rodricks, who went down hard on the kickoff there. Special teams for the Cougars. So he's off the field. He's being tended to. Diman will take over from about the 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Bengals need to answer here in the first. They trail 14-0. Pessoa looking to pass, had pressure. They'll go deep to the far side. Ashton Began is there. Move those chains. The Bengals marching into Cougars territory with one pass. Pessoa had pressure. Trey Morris was on his tail feathers. He got tripped up by the offensive line, but he was right there too. Pessoa got the pass off. 27-yard pass down the field. 1st and 10 from the Cougars 30. They hand it off, and getting tripped up was Began. He'll only grab a couple of yards, if that. Oh, they spot it right back at the original line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. He had some room, though. If he hadn't gotten tripped off, he had some room down the field. Bengals will essentially have to do it again. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Pessoa drops back, looking to pass, going to go to the end zone, and it's going to be a little bit long. That was intended for DJ Machado, number 3. Good coverage there from number 24. Third and 10. Cougars defense looking for a stop. Bengals looking for points. They hand it off to Machado. Pardon me, that was Ashton Began, rather. Picks up a few yards on that carry as we have 60 seconds before the first quarter comes to an end. And this will bring up fourth down. Bengals went for it on fourth down the last time. It did not pay off. It was 4th and 11. Bengals electing to go for it here on fourth down again, but a timeout was called. That'll stop the clock with 23.2 seconds here in the first. Cougars know what they're going for. They didn't even leave the field. So they're comfortable with their defensive setup. Their formation. Bengals break the huddle. 4th and 6 coming up. Big spot for Diman. Machado in motion, number 3. Pessoa drops back to pass, and he gets it off, but it's picked off by the Cougars. They had to rush it. Pessoa was trying to avoid the sack. Instead, he rushed it, and picking him off was number 80, Sean O'Connor. So on fourth down, the Bengals cannot convert. They're 0-2 on the day. And the Cougars will get a chance at one play here before we switch sides for the second quarter. 14.6 on the clock. Connolly's offense coming back out on the field. They're 2 for 2. With 2 touchdowns, the defense 2 for 2, making 2 fourth down stops. Sullivan looking to pass. He does. Beckford was the intended receiver, just out of his hands to his left, a little bit away from him. 2nd and 10. Connolly will actually get one last attempt here. It wasn't just the one play. They were able to get another one off here with 10.7 to play on the clock. This time they hand it off. Cameron Reese explodes up the middle. Nice carry for Reese. He'll be about 3 yards short. And the horn sounds. That means we're done with one here at Bishop Connolly High School, where the home team, the Cougars, are leading 14-0 over the visiting Diman Bengals. We'll switch sides and have the second quarter. Another 10 minutes on the clock in just a couple seconds. Always nice to see as well, looking up and down the sidelines here, behind the ropes. Some of the Durfee players who just love football, they're here supporting the other 2 Fall River teams. Hilltoppers rather, playing on Friday night. Of course, Connolly here plays on Saturday because they don't have lights here at the stadium. So they get to play under natural light, which is a nice change from the Friday night lights. Cougars hitting the field, not wasting time. 3rd and short from their own 44-yard line. Got a great angle here because we'll see the snap of the ball right in front of the camera. Get to see the line of scrimmage. About 3 yards to gain on 3rd down. Sullivan keeps it, and he powers his way across. That'll move the chains, taken down right at midfield. They mark him a few yards shy of midfield, but it's still good enough for the first down. Connolly not going with the huddle there. They're lined up, ready to go. The chains haven't even moved yet. There we go. Back to the action. Sullivan fakes the handoff. That was a good fake there. Throwing on the run again. It is complete. It'll be short yards, though, on the gain there. That was number 81 on the catch, Colby Hawes. Gets across the 50 to the 49. It's a 3-yard pickup, so 2nd and 7 coming up. Cameron Reese on the carry that time. Grabs another 4. He'll bring up 3rd and 3 from the 45. Hawes coming back in. Beckford coming out for this 3rd down snap. Boy, the wind is picking up here, I'll tell you. Got to be gusting about 25 at least, 25 miles an hour. Sullivan looking to keep it. He escapes a tackle again. And it's complete for the 1st down. Trey Morris on the catch, I'll tell you. Sullivan, quick like a cat. They just can't tackle him. That's at least his 3rd escape from a possible sack. He's able to get through. And then never mind running and escaping, he's able to throw on the run and make it count. 1st and 10 from the 29. It's 14-0 Cougars here in the 2nd quarter over the Diamond Bengals. They're looking for more, and that is in and out of the hands of Alec Kafori. We saw number 22 off the field, Trenton Rodericks, off the kickoff, the last kickoff for Connolly, and he is now being carted off, and his right arm is in a sling. Never a good sign. So have to imagine that his day is going to be done. Hopefully nothing is broken. Reese on the carry. He's across the 25, just a few yards short of the 1st down. Ball spotted about the 23. We'll have to go about 3 to 4 yards for the 1st on 3rd down. So 3rd and 4, we'll call it. Sullivan gives it to Reese. Oh, pardon me, that's number 24. And that should be good enough for a 1st down. It is. We apologize, number 24, not on our roster that we received a game time. Try to figure out who that is. Oh, another pass intended for Kafori, and it's in and out of his hands, and a flag is thrown. Might have been a personal foul. Bengals are clapping. Looks like it's going to be on the Cougars. And it is indeed on the Cougars. Well, that's going to back up Connolly here on this drive. So the penalty will back up the Cougars, and they'll have a 1st and 15. And number 24, we just found out, is Connor Brown, who also had a great season a year ago. He's not on the roster. And that is caught on the far side by Beckford again. Yes, how could we forget about Connor Brown? He and Cameron Reese played such a big part in the playoff win at Southeastern last year. Connor Brown, number 24. He's on the far right side. The Cougars on 2nd and 3. They erase the penalty. Cameron Reese on the carry, and Cameron Reese is in for the touchdown. 3rd drive of the day for the hometown Cougars, or the home team, I should say, because Diman's a hometown team as well. But today the Cougars, the home team, and on their 3rd drive, they find the end zone once again. 20-0 the score. So Connolly doing it in the air with the passing game, doing it on the ground with the running game. 3 touchdowns on the afternoon. High snap, extra point kick is blocked and deadened right at the goal line by one of the Cougars' linesmen. So it'll be 20-0. No good on the extra point. 6:01 here in the first half, with the home team up by 3 scores. Connolly will be kicking off now with the 2nd quarter here, kicking off right to left after the teams had switched sides. Kickoff from the 40-yard line here in high school. Here in the Mayflower League, as opposed to with Durfee being a higher division. 10-minute quarters. And believe me, you wouldn't think it, but taking off a minute from each quarter, these games really fly by. Beckford set to kick. Ashton Began ready to receive, but they squib it again. And that's a live ball. This is the danger of it. The Cougars fall on it, and it should be Connolly ball. It is. Been saying it all afternoon. This is why they pounded into the ground, particularly on a windy day. Number 21, Jacob Swenson, could not handle that. Took a bad bounce, but because he touched it, it was a live ball. Cougars offense will have fantastic field position just inside the Diamond 30. If it wasn't for the wind today, this would be about as perfect mid-October day as you could ask for. Good news is that the wind isn't blowing at us. It's actually coming in from behind. You can see the trees in the background, the leaves rustling. From the 29, the Cougars offense will stay on the field. 1st and 10. Sullivan passing. And it is almost picked off. Oh, my goodness. Richard Nazario juggled it about 3 times, and he just couldn't hold on. He cut back underneath the intended receiver. I believe it was Kafori again. And Nazario almost got that ball right back. Do it again. 2nd and 10. Reese right next to Sullivan. Sullivan keeps it. Nice dash out to the outside of the field. Taken out. That should be good for a first down, as he was taken out at the 15. And that will move the chains. So Sullivan with a nice run, dodging to his right, dodging to his left, and then finally making it outside. Ball at the 14, 1st and 10. Cougars in the red zone once again, looking for touchdown number 4 of the day. We're still in the second quarter. They hand it off this time to number 3, Trey Morris on the carry, trying to cut back, and if anything, just lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't look like there was any gain on the play. There was also a flag on the play, and it's on the Cougars. That'll back them up. It's a 10-yard penalty. So we'll replay first down, but instead of 1st and 10, Cougars backed out of the red zone to the 25. It'll be 1st and 20. 4:41 on the clock here in the second quarter. Got to give some credit to the grounds crew here as the Cougars head back. Cougars head back to the line. With all the rain that we've had over the last couple of weeks, this field looks fantastic. They hand it off to Morris. Morris powering his way to the sidelines. Ten-yard carry gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Cameron Reese on the carry this time. We'll pick up another 4 yards or so. They give him 4 on that carry. So 3rd and 6 from the 11. And one would have to imagine that this is definitely going to be 4-down territory for Connolly. Deep in Diamond territory. Brown to the right, Reese in the back, Beckford to the left with Morris next to him. Sullivan gets the snap. Looking to pass, he may just keep it. Nope, goes to the end zone, and it is in for the touchdown. That was Kafori, number 15, Alec Kafori, coming down with the touchdown catch. An 11-yard pass to the end zone, and the Cougars, Kafori just a little fired up, goes down to the ground. All good at Connolly, 26-0 here. We're still in the first half.
Matt Cliff will go for the extra point once again. This one high and through. Cliff is 3 for 4 on the day. 27-0, the home team leads it. Beckford gets the kickoff ball ready here, placing it in the tee. Amazingly, it hasn't been knocked out by the wind with some of the gusts that we've had. Once again, it's Ashton Began, number 5, back deep, but he hasn't had to work at all on these kickoffs because both sides have been sending it into the ground. The Cougars do it again. This time, Diman is able to handle it. That's DJ Machado, and he's going to cut up the middle, and he is taken down. Looks like the ball may have come out again. Diman, though, does hold on to it, and they will have good field position from about the 47-yard line, so just about at midfield. Diman will have 3 minutes and 8 seconds to work with. They'll also receive the ball to begin the second half. So if they're able to score here in their final 3 minutes of the half, they know that they're going to have the ball right back and be able to go right on offense again. So they'll have to play from behind and try to mount a comeback here, down 27-0. If we go back to week 4, 2.5 games, the Cougars have not allowed a point. They're shutting out the Bengals here, wrapping up the first half. And Cameron Reese with the tackle. They try the run on first down. They grab a couple yards. Ball's going to be just shy of the 50, so about the 49.5-yard line, if you will. Second and a little more than 7 to go. See if Pessoa decides to pass here. Haven't seen too many pass attempts for the Bengals. Nope, they hand it off to Began. And Began, lucky if he grabs a yard. Once again, the Cougars' defense just too much. They grab 1 yard, so it'll be 3rd and a long 6 from the Cougars' 49-yard line. So Bengals able to cross midfield, but they only grab a yard. 3rd and long. With about 90 seconds to play here in the first half as the clock continues to roll. Pessoa will pass. Gonna go deep. Almost making an incredible catch. So close. It was just a little long. Couldn't reel it in with one hand. I believe that was Ashton Began again. No, that was Aaron Reed, number 9. Climbed the ladder as high as he could go, but couldn't bring it down. So that'll bring up 4th down. And the incompletion does stop the clock. Special teams coming out, so it looks like the Bengals will punt this time. And it's Pessoa, the quarterback, who does the punting, so always going to be ready for a fake. That's a high snap, and he's able to come down with it, and that is a great punt. That's going to land at the 20 and take a bounce. That is a great punt for Diman. That's the first kick we've seen in the air this afternoon, and Pessoa does a great job with it. So amazingly, with 1:23 to play in this first half, this is the worst field position for either side so far to begin a drive. And my goodness, the wind. Unbelievable. Cougars will look to run out the clock, but hey, if they can find the end zone again, I'm sure they'll take a shot. They'll have a minute 23 here. 1st and 10 from the 19. And now a whistle is blown. Timeout taken, it appears. Looks like the Cougars called that one. Wanting to make a change, they send Alec Kafori into the game. Now this was just a quick 20-second timeout to make a change. Actually, I think the Cougars did not have enough players on the field because nobody came off, as far as I saw. So Kafori in. 3 receivers stacked up to the left of the quarterback, with Brown in motion, and Brown will take the handoff. There is a flag. Brown rounds the corner a bit and is taken out in what should be good for a first, but we'll see what the penalty is. Definitely had enough for the first down, it appeared. Oh, they may have been marking him just a tick shy. The officials have still not made a call as to what the penalty was. Now we see it. It's a hold on the offense, and that's going to back up the Cougars, so that run will be erased from the books. That's going to back up Connolly even further now, all the way to the 9-yard line. We'll replay first down, but it's 1st and 20 now. Sullivan gives it to Cameron Reese, who has some room to move. 15-yard pickup. He's taken down at the 26. Actually, that's a 16-yard pickup, so 2nd and 4 coming up. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Cougars taking their time. No sense of urgency, just looking to run out the clock. They'll get to the line. 30 seconds now left in this first half. 2nd and 4. Sullivan hands it off again. Cameron Reese escapes a tackle, and he could go all the way here to end an incredible first half for the Cougars. He's going to be dragged down just shy of the end zone. Oh my goodness, you can't make this stuff up, folks. Dragged down at the 6 by number 69. First and goal for Bishop Connolly. Cameron Reese almost went the length of the field. And with 11.3 on the clock, the Cougars will get a shot at the end zone. Sullivan hands it off. Cameron Reese dives forward. He's going to be just shy. And no time left on the clock. So the Cougars give their fans something to cheer about again here just to end the half. but they can't get into the end zone. So I guess you could say that's their first failed drive of the game, but it's only because they ran out of time. Probably would have found it eventually. Nonetheless, Bishop Connolly leads their crosstown rivals, the Diamond Bengals, 27-0 after 2 quarters. We'll have the second half coming up right after this, so stay tuned to Fred TV Sports here on Channel 9. I'm Evan Massoud, and we're at Bishop Connolly High School. Back here with the second half of this Mayflower League battle, this cat fight between the Bengals and the Cougars. Right now it's all Cougars, 27-0, and if time hadn't expired at the end of the first half, it could have been even more than that. So Connolly enjoying playing on their home field this afternoon. They lead the Diamond Bengals 27-0. Diamond will receive the second half kickoff. Cougars kicking from left to right. 2 touchdowns via the ground game for the Cougars, 2 in the air for Kevin Sullivan. So Connolly doing everything right on this day. Even the kickoffs have gone to their favor. They go with that squib kick again. DJ Machado picks it up. He's across the 50. He has some room. Chasing him down is Beckford, and it's a fumble. It'll be recovered by the Cougars, and now the ball is loose again. Oh my gosh, mayhem on the kickoff. Somehow Diamond is able to keep it, it appears. Number 51, oh my gosh, Bobby Alves had it in his hands, and he lost it. And now the Bengals will have what appears to be a 1st and goal to start this second half. Unbelievable. Bobby Alves is going to be kicking himself, though, because he had that fumble recovery. Had it in his hands, and then he lost it as well when he tried to turn back up the field. So Diamond in the red zone for the first time in the game. Good way to start the second half. 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Oh, my bad. The Cougars did keep that fumble. So hard to see that far side of the field from midfield, but the Cougars did get it back. So more woes for Diamond. So after Bobby Alves lost it, his teammates picked him up. The Cougars get the turnover once again. It's their 3rd of the game. And they'll have to march down the field. So Diamond, more trouble. Three-yard pickup for Cameron Reese on 1st down. They hand it off to him again. No, Sullivan keeps it. Powers up the middle. And he got tripped up. He was gone, folks. He was gone, and he got tripped up. The Diamond D able to make the stop, make contact. 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line. The Bengals just caught a very lucky break. Sullivan had an open field, and his foot was to the floorboard. Sullivan keeps it, will throw on the run. Alec Kafori, who had a touchdown catch in the first, has a 1st down right at about midfield. Kafori had that touchdown catch in that first half. Now moving the chains. Ball at the 49 of Connolly. Looking across midfield, 1st and 10. Sullivan keeps it again. Doing it himself. And he powers his way across the 40 for another 1st down. Those last 3 or 4 yards, he had the defense dragging him down, and he wouldn't quit. And now we have a Diamond player down on that far side of the field. Seen a few injuries this afternoon. Only one player, though, that hasn't returned, and that's Trent Rodrigues of the Connolly Cougars, who left in that second quarter with his arm in a sling. He was carted out of the stadium back down towards the school. So don't expect to see him back. I don't see him on the sidelines right now. The Cougars move the chains again. First and 10 from the 39 of the Bengals. Sullivan going to keep it again. Whatever works, I suppose, and he's still on his feet, dragged down just shy of the 30. That's an 8-yard carry. Sullivan kept it a few times in that first half, but not so much like he's doing here on this drive. Called his own number quite a few times, and it has been working. 2nd and 2. Sullivan going to pass this time. Looking down the field, and it's picked off. Right through Alec Kafori's hands. Picked off by Dylan Stroll. We've seen Kafori come down with a few, and we've seen a few slip through his fingertips. That one through the fingertips. And it's the first miscue for the Cougars this afternoon. Bengals take over after the pick with 6:32 to play here in the third quarter. They'll start at their own 15-yard line. So how about that? 2 turnovers in this third quarter. Bengals need some points and fast. Time is not on their side in this game. And they just got their first break. It's Began on the carry, and Began powers his way for a first down. And with the shutout still intact at the start of this second half, the Cougars have made it officially 2.5 games without allowing any points. That's 10 straight quarters going back to week number 4, as Ashton Began is down on the ground right now hurt. He did go down pretty hard after that run, and he is now being tended to. Connolly's defense hits hard, I'll tell you. They've made some good stops, but Began went down hard. While we have the injury timeout, folks, while you're watching Fred TV Channel 9, be sure to check out our website, fredtv.us, for listings for a brand new magazine-style news show called The Thread, which is produced by our students, for students, primarily a teen audience is what we're going for here, and our student crew doing a fantastic job. Our first show aired recently, and our next show will air this week. Tuesdays at 5 will be the new episodes, and they will repeat throughout the day, Wednesdays and Thursdays each week. But Tuesdays at 5, you don't want to miss The Thread, a brand new weekly magazine-style news show produced by our Fred TV students. So be on the lookout for that. We also have a Facebook page for sports, facebook.com/FredTVSports. And we also have a Facebook page for The Thread, so you can catch up on past episodes that you may have missed, our video archives, as well as some behind-the-scenes photos and stuff that we'll be working on and posting regularly of our student crews out on the field, or in the field, I should say. And that page is Fred TV The Thread. And on first down, the Bengals just get it back to the line of scrimmage. So they'll do it again, 2nd and 10. Pessoa back to pass. Goes down the field and almost scooping it was DJ Machado. Great attempt there as he went down to his knees, but he couldn't pick it off the ground. Incompletion brings up 3rd and 10. Bengals need to sustain a drive. Trailing by 4 scores. And a timeout is called. Not surprised. This is a big 3rd down because Diman can't go for it on 4th down as far back as they are. They are shy of the 30-yard line. So it's a tough spot for the Bengals. On 3rd and 10, a couple substitutions made. Wanted to go with a slightly different look than what they had on 3rd and long. The Cougars D has been stingy all afternoon. We'll see how they do in this spot. Pessoa back to pass, has some time, gonna go down the field. There's all kinds of contact. And that's gonna bring in most likely pass interference here. There was a lot of contact. Connor Brown there for the Cougars, as well as Harold Beckford. So it's 1st and 10 after the interference. And it's from where the infraction occurred. And that was back at the 43-yard line. So Diman moves the chains. They move up the field, and now they'll run it. And that should be about a 5-yard pickup for the Bengals. Trying to find some offensive rhythm. Again, this has been a struggle for the Bengals this season. Trying to get some consistency on the offensive side of the ball. The defense has really not been that bad. Today, one of their worst performances, but over the first 5 weeks, the defense has, on average, only allowed about 2.5 touchdowns a game. Second and about 6 to go. The Bengals 4 yards shy of midfield. They'll need 2 after they cross over for the first down. So 2nd and 6. Pessoa hands it off to Aaron Reed. Stiff arms the D across midfield, across the 45, and that should move the chains. Went out of bounds at about the 43. So Diman in Cougars territory now. They get to move the chains again. Another first down for the Bengals. Just inside the 44-yard line is where the ball has been spotted. Receivers set up on the right side. Aaron Reed in the backfield. Under center is Pessoa. Gives it to Reed. Reed juggled it. Tucks it under his arms, but he can't cut in. Kevin Sullivan making the tackle in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard. So we'll call it 2nd and 11. They get backed up to the 45. Breaking the huddle of the Bengals. Trying to keep this drive going after the loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Pessoa dropping back, looking to pass. He wants to go down the field, but there's nobody there. It looks like that was intended for DJ Machado, but he got slowed up in traffic. There was no contact. He just got slowed up. The pass was quite a bit long. So that brings up 3rd and long. Connolly crowd trying to fire up the defense on 3rd and 11. Machado in motion. Pessoa dropping back, and he is pressured and buried into the turf. A loss of 10, at least. The Cougars brought everybody across the line, storming with the blitz. And that's going to probably force the Bengals to have to punt now. They may have considered going for it on 4th down where they were. Now because Pessoa did take a step forward, forward progress does count. So he does not get taken down at the 45, rather just shy of the 50 at the 49. That's where the ball will be snapped. And they'll kick it away. That punt will fly wide to the right out of play. Off the side of the foot. Went out at about the 40. So the Cougars should have some good field position here. 55.1 seconds to play here in this 3rd quarter. This one has flown by. Wow. A scoreless 3rd quarter to this point. So few stoppages of play. 4th quarter just around the corner. Ball is indeed spotted at the Connolly 40, and that's where the Cougars will start this drive. 1st and 10 to go. Cameron Reese will take it. And he's across the 50, taken down at the Diman 45. But there is a flag thrown now in the backfield, a late flag. Wait to see the call on this. It is a hold on the offense. We've seen that a couple times today. So a 1st down taken away thanks to the holding call. 15-yard carry erased, and it'll be 1st and 20 as we replay 1st down. Back from the 30-yard line now. Our official this afternoon does not make the penalty calls very clear. Sullivan going deep, going for Brown. No contact, incomplete. They say no interference there. Both players going for the ball. Good coverage by the Bengals. That was a great throw. It was there. Nonetheless, incomplete. 2nd and 20. From a spectator or a broadcaster point of view, it would be nice to have the officials come forward a little more to make those calls known. Hard to see if he's making the penalty calls from the middle of the field. They'll give it off to Reese, and Reese is going to pick up a few yards, not many. That'll end the 3rd quarter. The Cougars held scoreless in that 3rd quarter after 2 touchdowns in the 1st and 2 touchdowns in the 2nd. No scoring in that 3rd quarter. The Bengals, though, also held scoreless once again, and so the shutout remains intact, 27-0. We'll switch sides for the final time. And the Cougars right now looking like the team to beat in the Mayflower League, trying to improve to 6-0 on the season. The officials have reset the field. Cougars here on second down. Actually, should be third down. There's the incomplete pass on second down and then the run, and now they make that change. 3rd and 16 from the 34-yard line as we begin the fourth quarter here at Bishop Connolly. Cougars leading 27-0 over their crosstown rivals and Mayflower League rivals, the Diman Bengals. I'm Evan Massoud with you here on Fred TV Channel 9, and that pass was thrown up the middle. Trey Morris looked like the intended receiver, but it was over his hands, and that'll bring up 4th down. And I think the Cougars are going to have to punt here for the first time in the game. That tells you the kind of day offensively Connolly has had. They have to wait until the fourth quarter to punt the ball. We'll see. And a timeout called by the Cougars. So, folks, in addition to the Facebook pages that I mentioned where you can get links to our video archives as well, or through our website, fredtv.us, we also do sell DVDs of these games for $10. You can fill out an order form or a request form on our website, fredtv.us. And our library of games goes back, obviously not just this year. We also have, past years as well. Some really great games that we've covered over the last few years. High school sports, you just can't beat it. Kevin Sullivan is back, but he's not deep enough to punt the ball. Connolly going for it, 4th and 16. Sullivan looking to pass. Has his man, but it's not going to be deep enough. Alec Kafori caught it, but he went out of bounds. His momentum took him out of bounds. About 3 yards shy of the first down. So the Cougars give the ball up. They designed the play the way they wanted to. Kafori just didn't get deep enough. The line to gain was the 50, and the ball is spotted at the 47.5. So Diman gets to take over on downs in Cougars territory. Cougars defense in disarray. And wide open field. DJ Machado. I'll tell you, he had a wide open field if it wasn't for Harold Beckford. Able to make an adjustment on the fly. Beckford just preserved the shutout for the Cougars because Machado was headed down the sidelines on a wide open right side. And another timeout called, and this will be beneficial for Connolly because the defense was a mess before that snap. The Bengals were lined up, and the Cougars were some of them still trying to get off the field. Now this weekend coming is week 7 of the football season, the 7th and final week of the regular season before tournament seedings are announced. Connolly will be home on Saturday. They'll be facing off against Blue Hills. Diman will be home Friday night at 7 against Bristol Plymouth. And the Hilltoppers will be home for homecoming night. Time is scheduled for 7 p.m., but we have seen some reschedulings to 5. But right now on the schedule for 7, and they will face off against Nauset on homecoming night. So all 3 Fall River teams playing at home in Week 7 this weekend coming. And you can bet that we'll have cameras at some of those games. We'll try to get as much coverage as we can. A rare opportunity seeing all of our teams at home as Pessoa goes deep, and it is off the shoulders of number 44, Drew Larrabee. But as mentioned, yes, we'll try to have we're planning to have coverage of these games. Weather permitting, of course, with this great opportunity we have. We haven't had this happen too many times over the last few years, but when it does, it's nice to have all of our teams home on one night. And if Durfee does indeed start at 5, that staggered start is even better for the Fall River fans. They can go to Durfee and then head over to Diman Friday and then head to Connolly on Saturday. So stay tuned to the Fred TV Sports Facebook page. Like and follow it. We'll have updates throughout the week, and particularly when the tournaments are announced, the tournament teams are announced, and not just in football, but also for soccer and field hockey and girls volleyball, as well as the Cougars defense records a sack. Pessoa going down almost 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's a 9-yard loss. And that'll bring up 3rd down from the 42. The Bengals need to get to the 23, so they have a long way to go. Officials giving the Cougars a warning, a sideline warning. They're too close to the field. Those yellow lines are for the soccer team. That's what those markings are for. It's not necessarily for the sideline for the football team. There's no clear markings for that. Getting a break is Ashton Began on the far side. Taken down just shy of the 30, or pardon me, the 25. That's a great pickup there on 3rd down, and it makes 4th down a little bit easier to swallow. It'll be 4th and 3. A 16-yard pickup by Ashton Began to bring up a 4th and short. Diman going for it. They need to go for it. Trailing 27-0. We have less than 7 minutes to play in the game. Machado in motion. He stops now behind the line, comes back towards the sidelines. He's lined up with Aaron Reed. Pessoa dropping back, looking to pass. Looking for Machado, who had his route a little bit confused. He turned back. The pass was going up the field on 4th down, so a disappointing end to what was a promising drive for the Bengals. I think Machado might have missed his route just a little bit there. Pessoa's pass was a good one. If Machado kept running, he would have had it, and he could have walked into the end zone. Nonetheless, the Cougars take over on downs again. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 26. If the Cougars can sustain a drive here with the running game, they could easily just run out the clock. Cameron Reese lined up next to Kevin Sullivan. Wide receivers left and right. They'll hand it off to Reese, who cuts back in. And he goes tumbling to the ground, falling across the 35. This may be close to a first down. It's going to be about a yard short. So 2nd and a yard to go. More confusion on the Cougars sideline. Kyle Avila had to get onto the field. They were short a player. They fake the handoff to Reese. Sullivan will take it across for the first down across midfield. He leaps across the 50 before getting taken down to the ground. Shy of the 40. Another great run for quarterback Kevin Sullivan. There was a flag in the backfield. So that run taken back as well. It's another hold on the offense. So that's a killer right there. We've seen that happen a number of times. And again, we had to bring out the microscope to see the official give us the call on the field. Does not clear himself very well from the player, so we can see the actual call. The holding call backs up the Cougars to the 25-yard line. And again, we've seen this happen this afternoon. A couple of great runs taken away thanks to penalties. Sullivan gives it to Reese. Cameron Reese trying to get it all back. Dragged down across the 45. First down, Bishop Connolly. Reese tackled at the 47. And it'll be 1st and 10. The clock continues to tick down. We're under 5 minutes. You see Connolly being very deliberate right now, using all of the play clock. Beckford on the carry this time. He's across midfield. He stumbled a little bit. His foot almost went out from under him. But he is across the 50. Picks up about 7 or 8 yards. Bring up 2nd down. 2nd and about 2, maybe a long 2, if there is such a thing. Beckford in motion, and he'll take the handoff again, and he's got the first down. Pushed out of bounds. Right at about the 35-yard line. But that moves the chains. Going out of bounds, though, stops the clock at 3:20. Oh, my bad, it's still running. Saying that because he was pushed out of bounds deliberately, it's still running. In my opinion, if I recall, we had it was a situation similar to this where the player went out of bounds, but the clock continued to roll. Sullivan keeping it, runs into traffic, cuts to the outside. He's done this very well. There is a flag down in the backfield. Sullivan tackled at about the 25. My guess is it'll be a hold again. We'll see. It is a hold. That'll back up Connolly again. For the most part, a pretty clean game. Not too many flags this afternoon. We've seen more, honestly, on the offense than we have on the defense this afternoon. And primarily been the Cougars. They've had a few holding penalties here in the second half, more so the second half than in the first. We did see a pass interference on the Cougars as well. And a false start. The defenses have been pretty clean, though. No offsides or encroachments. Pressure coming, Sullivan on the run. He will get the pass off. Beckford did come down with it. He dove and reached out. Double coverage. He's able to make the catch. That gets the Cougars back to their original line of scrimmage. Actually just past it as we're under 2 minutes to play. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. The Cougars can run it out. They will make it back-to-back-to-back shutouts. And with each passing week, this Cougars team looking extremely strong and getting stronger. You know, they start off the season with a blowout win. Come home, a close game against Salem. Then they go into league play and say, it could go either way. You never know. You're playing non-league opponents. And the Cougars have just stormed over the Mayflower League. .70 seconds left in this one. 3rd and 5 coming up. There is a flag on the near side. Good stop by the Diamond defense. But an offside, I just said no offsides the whole game. But here was 50.2 seconds on the clock. Diamond called offsides on the defense. And with 5 yards to gain, the 5-yard penalty should give the Cougars the first down. Diamond's luckily they didn't get called with a late hit or personal foul there either on Cameron Reese because there was a lot of pushing and shoving after the whistle. They spot him just shy of that first down marker. 35 seconds left in the game. This will most likely be the last snap. Sullivan keeps it. Scampers to the outside. Believe he got the first down, but there's 15 seconds on the clock. And the Cougars are lining up at midfield, ready to shake hands. Bishop Connolly with 3 straight shutout victories. And the Cougars grab another league win. They are 6-0 overall, heading into the final 7th week of the regular season for Diman. After a great showing last week on the road, they dropped to 1-5, losing here today, 27-0 to Bishop Connolly. So we'll recap it just a little bit here. 2 touchdowns in that first quarter for the Cougars, made it 14-0. 2 touchdowns in that second quarter. There was a missed point after that, made it 27-0, and then all goose eggs on both sides here in the second half. I want to take this opportunity to thank Bishop Connolly Athletic Director Cesar Gonzalez and Diman Regional Athletic Director Keith Allen for always cooperating and helping us out, because it's with their cooperation that we can also bring you these games. So they play an intricate part. The schools do as well for us. Final score once again from Bishop Connolly High School. The Cougars win it 27-0 over the Diman Bengals. For our cameraman this afternoon, Gary Leet, I'm Evan Massoud for Fred TV Sports. We'll see you again real soon.